And as the layers are being peeled back, in that process, the exposure is becoming more magnified. And so the last surah of the Quran is Al-Fatiha. It is the ultimate exposure, because the hypocrites at that point had nowhere to run. They had run out of excuses. Now let's bring it to Palestine. I want you to think about a decent human being that has basic literacy, a basic understanding of international law, a basic sense of morality, that goes home at night and puts their own kids to sleep in a comfortable bed, that can sit on a set, a television set, and look the world in the eyes and justify the massacre of over 5,000 children. I want you to think about the basic moral failing of such a person and how inhumane that person sounds. And if you were to take that person out of that situation and say, do you hear yourself right now? Do you hear the excuses you are making for the murder of a civilian population? Do you hear the excuses that you're making in 2023 to withhold the basic necessities of life from over 2 million people, to inflict collective punishment on them? Do you hear the excuses that you're making? Do you see the images that you are seeing? And have you really reasoned with this in a way that allows you to sleep at night without a tortured conscience? If you were to take any child that doesn't have any political education and say, do you think it is moral to murder this many people in a short span of time, to inflict every form of cruelty on them in the name of getting the bad guys that are hidden under them or amongst them? Do you think that that's fair? An 8-year-old child would tell you, of course not. But somehow, seasoned diplomats, politicians, and media commentators can look the world in the eyes and say this is entirely justified.